So I realized something. I either have to show. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show just every video I make in order of when I make them, because if not, I'm actually gonna fall into a trap of games I haven't annotated being wrong. Um, because I'm recording a video at a different time, or like after you guys see, oh, there's 8 games left, but maybe there's not 8 games left. Maybe you haven't seen, or you've seen more games. Anyways, it's very confusing what I'm trying to explain. But I realized that I have to actually post these videos in order of when I make them, which is totally fine. There's just more suspense, meaning it's just gonna be more suspense before we get to the end of the Canton tournament. In any case, 2014 was really my second breakout year in tournament Scrabble. 2013 was my breakout year, but 2014 was really me solidifying my reputation as an expert player that can compete with anybody. Um, and I always rave about this tournament I played in Las Vegas in July, as being an extremely strong field and just an amazing tournament by the now defunct Mind Sports International, which has gone bankrupt, I think. I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about them, to be perfectly honest. Uh-oh. Anyways, yeah. It was still a really, really amazing tournament held in the Palazzo Hotel in Las Vegas, and all the best players were there. It was the first time I ever played Nigel Richards and met Nigel Richards. Um, and yeah, Conrad Bass Bouchard actually won this tournament in the finals against Ori Swift. Um, and while they were playing their finals in the top division, there were other divisions of a late bird that people were playing alongside Conrad and Ori. There was a 5 round late bird, and as you can see, I wasn't in the top division. I wasn't in the second division. The second division is technically the first division because this is just the finals bracket, but I was in Division Three, and I was at the top of Division Three. Um, but yeah, you can see that John Karras was in Division Two, even though his rating coming in was a bit lower than mine. But that's because of ratings not getting updated in time. I think my rating went up a little bit in the first event, but it wasn't kept track of for the late bird event. So that's why I was here rather than here. I would have rather played in this division, I think, but I thought I was going to do well in this third division, but actually I didn't do well at all. I went 2-2-1, and I actually lost some rating that I just gained. In any case, I hadn't recorded or annotated, I think, any of the games from this late bird. I guess I was sort of ashamed of my performance, but this game was my game against somebody in the field, Eric Harshbarger. And for those of you that are able to read this cross table, you kind of know what's coming. And there's also not much to be said about this game since I don't have my racks for it. But I'm just going to show you what happened. And so let's jump into it. Let's get rid of this window. Eric Harshbarger. So Eric, really, really fun guy. I think he's also into Rubik's Cubes or something, or he's a scientific guy, but I think he likes Rubik's Cubes. He's a really, really nice guy and a fun guy to play against. We've had some really interesting games. Um, so it says he exchanged. Um, I don't know what he exchanged, and I'm not going to really know much of what's happening this game, unfortunately. But I played Dex for 22. He played Fid for 23. Um, I then bingoed for 76 with pallets, it seems. Oh, it says 74. So, oh, I think I played it over here. Yeah. But yeah, play set for sure was best. And since I have my full rack, since I bingoed, uh, I know that I missed that. I don't even know Lapits. I mean, I didn't know Lapits at the time, and I probably didn't know playset. I played pallets. Um, Also, in a weird. Huh. I think I just miswrote how I played it. Yeah, I must have played it this way. Um, Hopefully I don't make any mistakes in this. Yeah, Eric plays quad. I play bracer, which takes an O hook actually, by the way. I don't know if it actually came up because I don't remember. Our Eric plays wave. I play Uvia. He does something. Uh, I don't know what he did. I think he probably exchanged again. I play Yoni. He plays Garrotes. So now it's a game again. I play Yaw. And then he bingos a second time with Festoon as a natural for 74. And now I'm the one fighting to get back into the game. And I made a very interesting play here. I played Tell, so I must have been trying to set up an S. Eric responded with, what did he played Aeon? Where did he play that? Let's see where that could fit. It says he played, oh, sorry, no, he just played Ionize. Okay. He played Ionize. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. Played Tell for 7. No, I've already messed up. It says he played Ionize for 45. This all makes sense. Oh, Tell for 8. Okay. So where did I play Tell for 7 instead? Where does Tell fit for 7 points? Let's generate more choices. I love this investigative work. Tell for 7. Did I just did I just miswrite? I ended up playing for 98 next move. How is that possible? Maybe I didn't play TELL. Maybe that's just misreading this. Yeah, I'm probably just misreading this. How do I play for 7? Okay, I'll definitely come back to you guys. And yeah, I'll see you when I figure out what I did. Clever Josh. Okay, I played Yell for 7, setting up my case S here. That is what happened. All right, so Yell for 7 comes down. Eric plays Ionize, and then I get Errants for 98. That is what occurred here. Very good. Very nice job, me. um, next, Eric plays Anon somewhere. Oh no, here's where he plays Aeon. There you go. Aeon for 18. Clever me. Still can't get over that play. It's a great one. It's a content play. Um, I play Jute because now that I'm ahead, I want to block lanes. This E lane was just staring me in the face. But then Eric plays Not for 42, and I'm like, man, I shouldn't have done this. Now I'm behind. I then play Bulb, so I'm opening. Now I'm opening lines because I feel the pressure. Eric plays Clap. I play um, I play 28. Very nice way to score on this board. Eric plays Neef. Now there's one in the bag. So what happens? I play Egg for 15. And now I'm up 20. And he has this rack. So actually the last letter in the bag was a G, so I could it was a G, it was an H. So I can actually say here that my rack was this. So I was feeling pretty good. I was really feeling pretty good about this position. But I'm gonna ask championship player just in a second. But yeah, I had the last blank. I was obviously worried he could score well with the H. But other than that, I thought that I was in decent shape here. Since I was ahead and I was able to score this turn and keep my blank. But we'll see if championship player provides any further analysis to this position because I've forgotten what had even happened here. And yeah, so I thought that playing off my G's was the right thing to do at the very least. But there could be some longer play that's better. No, okay. So it says that all these weird plays win 75% of the time. I like to believe that this play, G wins a decent amount of the time. So let's actually look at what happens after this play because we can actually analyze. We can go through every single end game. So okay, this is if the A is in the bag. He has no wins. This is if the D is in the bag. He has no wins. This is if either of the E's are in the bag. No wins. This is if the H is in the bag. Still no wins. This is if the I is in the bag, or either of the I's are in the bag. Then I think he wins, yeah. Because now I have I, and I can't do anything. So either of the I's being in the bag is a loss. And he has no wins. So, okay, that is actually a 75% chance of winning. So we were able to analyze pretty quickly through Quackle. Just by giving every possible rack that he could have, that this play indeed is actually a 75 or 6 out of 8 or 75% chance of winning, which is pretty good. Definitely with the play of NEIF, it does appear that Eric is very likely to have at least one other I, if not both, already with this play. So it sort of seems kind of forced to make a play such as this, just by pure intuition, but that might not be true. So this play would have won 75%, and we can actually analyze every end game here, but it's going to take longer because a blank is involved. So we're going to have to wait for a championship player to work. So this is if the A is in the bag. Let's see what happens. And I'm running this because I don't trust the algorithm on a one in a bag on Quackle because there are lots of errors that Quackle commits in these circumstances, especially when there's a blank and things are complicated. So okay, I win if the A is in the bag. If both players make optimal plays, of course. This is just assuming optimal endgame play. Now, if the D is in the bag, I think I should win as well because that's a consonant. It's going to be extremely hard for him to unload all of his vowels. So just naturally, when I look at this position, I assume that this is a win. If the H is in the bag, I should also win. Um, and this is actually the situation that arose in the game. Um, and we'll see what the end game thinks. It looks like this is a win for me as well. Um, and let's see if one of the eyes is in the bag. I'm probably losing still. Because again, just those two eyes are going to be, or those three eyes now. It was two after the play of Geek, but now I have three eyes, so it's going to be really, really, really difficult to make something happen here um, against Eric's ability to keep scoring. So even though I have the blank, just the trump card for everything, it can be anything. I have three eyes to go with it, and I still need to play those eyes off if I want to win the game. And yeah, there are some wins apparently here. Kind of hard to find. This one you might be able to find, but it's also extremely difficult to parse through these sorts of end games um, when your opponent has a blank, especially. So that's another benefit I think of. Um, so now we know if there's an eye in the bag, I'm losing no matter what, or no matter if I play the play that I played or the other play here of Geek. Um, but although Geek seems more straightforward, or however you're supposed to pronounce that word, this is actually potentially better because it's very complicated, like I said, to play endgames against a blank. So yeah, okay. So this is a 75% chance of winning. That egg has this and at least Gig E2 win unless I draw an I. So this is what I did. I actually drew the H, which is supposed to be really, really good. Eric makes his best play, as we noticed, of Agio, leaving EIDE. Um, and I have two H's now. So what do I do? There are many, many ways to win, I think. Um, but I did something wrong. I played SH. Where did I play SH? For 11. SH for 11. That's 10. Okay, let's just give me these two letters. Huh. How did I play SH for 11? Is something... Oh, there might be something wrong. How much did Garrett score? Ah, everything is different, guys. I'm sorry. I totally messed this game up. Um, I'm actually gonna cut back to this play. He actually had a blank S here, so there I didn't actually have a blank. Oh, that changes everything. Oh my goodness, I really need to pay attention to these things. I actually also see that I had this rack with yaw, so yaw seems pretty good. Testoon, yell. I probably had EINST, but I'm not sure. Ionize, parents, Aeon, jute, knop, or nop, whatever. um, bulb, clap, naif. And now we know that I actually had EIS, sorry, ISI R. And what else? What was the other letter that I had here? Was it the first H? Yeah, it was. Okay, now we can actually run this again and see what was actually supposed to happen. I'm gonna probably post this video on the same day as another video as like an extra because of how messed up and how much information was missing, sort of thing. I guess I could also go back and enter some racks just using my tracking from this very difficult to read score sheet. Um, but yeah, let's see what the best play is here. GAE. So why would GAE win 100% of the time? Very interesting. Let's run it. Let's run it again, guys. Making it worth everyone's while, of course. Or maybe I'll just edit it down to where will I edit this? No, I think I'll just leave it all. I think I'll just leave it all. But we're getting to the result, guys. Don't worry. Yeah, okay, so this is wrong. GAEC, Quackle was totally wrong here. But here I think it's potentially the same situation. The blank doesn't, the blank does help, but not like significantly in this situation. Yeah, so that's a win. The A in the bag. The D in the bag, let's see. We're doing the same thing where we're going through every single endgame just to verify how good our play was to the best of our ability. Now, if an E is in the bag, this is going to cover the third and fourth possible draw out of 8. Okay, wow, that's a good play though, Oidia. But it doesn't quite win because it gives back SH, I think. And if the H is in the bag, which again, this is what happened in the game. Let's see if it's actually what occurred. Oh, wow. G is a win. That's crazy. And Agio, what does that 50 mean? We'll soon find out. I'm so bad at not spoiling things. I'm sorry. I'm like the Peter, I guess what the hell is his actual name? Guy that plays Spider-Man. Guy that plays Peter Parker these days. Yeah, and again, the I in the bag is a loss. But we know that it's also a loss when the H is in the bag. So we know that this wins 5 out of 8. Okay. So this is a 5 out of 8. And there might be something better. There might not be. Yeah, it could be that the dictionary changes things. Anyways, I played egg, and Eric played agio, and G was a win. But he found agio, and the best I can do is sh, or just bish. I don't know if bish was a bish a word back then. Who knows? I played sh for 11. He played Id for 15. And finally, we have the result. It's a tie at 404. Okay. And we recounted, and all of the math was correct. There was no mistake at all during the game. Sometimes there's a mistake during the game, and a win is turned into a tie or a loss is turned into a tie or a win, or a tie is turned into a win or a loss. Did I already say that? No, I think I covered everything. But this was actually a tie game against Eric, which I was definitely unhappy with. But he could have actually won, so that would have been worse. So yeah, good game to Eric, and I'll see you guys next time.